Let's find a way to melt Elder Frost Gamorph's HP as fast as possible in the latest Monster Hunter Stories 2 September 16 update. Let's go! Hello my friends, thanks for clicking onto the video. Today, I will be sharing with you two Hellblade Glavenus builds and see which one of them can melt the Elder Frost Gamorph faster in the new subquest. If you would like to see more gaming strategy guide and tips video, please subscribe to the channel and don't forget to click the like button. First thing first, let's take a look at the build and get to know the idea behind it. On the right corner, we have Cross Saber with the Pyromancer build. Let me know in the comment down below if you get the reference for the name. As the name suggests, the Pyromancer build is mainly focused on the burn status effect. For the active skill, Burning Tail is no doubt the best speed type fire skills available right now, given the high damage output and the high critical chance. For the technical slot, Blaze Ball was chosen due to the low cost and burn effect. The one downside is it cannot crit. And of course, Hellblade is selected for the insane damage output and critical rate. You should notice the odd one among the list by now, which is the 1000 Blade Jin on the side. On the paper, 1000 Blade should be able to push the damage of Hellblade to the max. If paired with other buffs, reaching the damage ceiling of 9999 should not be a problem. Then, one last active skill is the Fireclad Jin XL from Peng Radiant. This was chosen instead of Pump Up purely because of more fire bingo bonus. Finally, for the passive skills, they are more or less the usual bunch. It is Fire Boost XL, Heroics, and Critical XL. Okay, to sum things up, the Pyromancer build can, in theory, achieve maximum DPS if the following conditions are met. 1. HP is below 50%. 2. Fireclad XL is up. 3. Enemy has the bleeding effect. And finally, we get a critical on Hellblade. Now, for contestant number 2. On the blue corner, we have the Demolition Expert, Tina. Also let me know down in the comment below if you get the name reference for this one. Actually, I was thinking to make this a blast build since we already have a Pyromancer. But then again, why not both? The Demolition Expert build have skills that can cause both blast and burn effect. As a trade-off, we need to remove the bleeding skill. However, the bingo bonus is a little bit higher and we can also achieve 2 strength bingos. This alone should be enough to make up for the DPS loss. Then again, Burning Tail and Hellblade are still present due to the reliable damage they provide. The new thing is, Killscreen Bomb is now included for causing Blast Blight. This is the default skill from Uragan, so it is pretty easy to farm. Then, to maximize the Blast Blight damage, Ignition Flare is included. This is just the perfect skill to balance the Rock Paper Scissors skill sets, and also it is pretty easy to come by, since it is the default skill from Basil Geese. Fireclad XL, Fire Boost XL, Heroics and Critical XL remain since they are pretty much the optimal option for any fire monster. In actual practice, this build is less mentally taxing to use. You just have to go head to head with the monster whenever possible in order to reduce the HP below 50%. Then, after that, just keep spamming Hellblade whenever possible while using burn and blast effect to increase the damage over time. Finally, now that the contestants are ready and warmed up, let's see which of them can melt Elder Frost Gamorph HP faster. The target today is none other than the new subquest that is newly updated in the latest patch. The party setup will be like this. The main DPS will be the Monstie. The rider's main focus will be buffing the team using Hunting Horn. And then we have Riverto. He can just do whatever he likes. Just be himself. Alright, first up is Cross Saber. The damage on crit with a full buff is really fascinating in this build. Especially when Hellblade crits, the numbers are really off the chart. But honestly, I did run into a slight problem when trying to reach the damage ceiling. Okay, you see, without Inflict Rate Up XL, 1000 Blade only have a 60% chance to cause bleeding. Then, even if the enemy is bleeding, we still need the buff to be ready and also successfully land a Hellblade that crits on the enemy in order to reach the damage ceiling. This is extremely difficult to pull off consistently, especially with an NPC in the party. So in the end, after many rounds of testing, the minimum turns required I can achieve is 14 turns. As a reference, using other less optimized Monstie, the average turn required is around 17 to 18 turns from my testing. Next contestant, Tina. The team setup will be the same and Tina is on the same level as Cross Saber. The amazing thing is, Tina can also create huge damage number when Hellblade crits with a full buff active. Then something surprised me is that the skill that performed better than expected is Ignition Breath. It can already deal good amount of fire damage to the enemy and also immediately triggers any explosion. Since the Theostra Hunting Horn can already inflict Blast Blight, the Ignition Breath can consistently land good damage without too much setting up. The overall experience is, the Demolition Expert build is much easier to navigate. The only thing I need to worry about is when Elder Frost Gammoth use AoE. And again, after many rounds of testing, the final result is surprisingly a tie, 14 turns also. There was one test run which only took 13 turns, but I didn't manage to pull that off again, so that should not be used as a final result. As a conclusion, after testing many rounds with both of the build, personally I prefer Demolition Expert. The main thing I like about this build is how easy it is to pull off huge damage number just by playing normally. You just need to remember to reapply Fireclad after 5 turns and basically you are good to go. Again, I need to clarify, do take the result with a grain of salt since there are a lot of RNG involved. I can't control who the enemy is targeting and the critical chance is not 100%, etc, etc. Alright, that it is for today's video. Hope you have fun with the 2 Hellblade Glavenus build I shared today. Once again, thanks for staying until the end. I will put up more build video on the screen right now. See you in the next video. I'm Brian from Malaysia, over and out.